Hello, I'm back. Penny here with an unboxing. No, there's just a hair on there. I'm not doing the corny ass drum roll. Anyway, guys, I bought a Royal Oak. So if you recall, back in the day, aka 2 weeks ago, I made a video saying, here's my collection, what should I add next? And I did indicate that things were kind of, in progress, maybe. And so, here, let me get my little fingerprints off of this shiny lacquer box. It happened, guys. I have the watch. I got a Royal Oak. Here it is. This is the AP Royal Oak 15450. So it is the 37 millimeter white dial, obviously, with the beautiful dial. And of course, that stunning bracelet with the double, oh, did you catch that? The double deployant clasp opening up. And I'm just gonna pop it on. Boom. Took me a while to get used to that. And boom. And here we go, folks. This is my 6 3/4 wrist. And here's the watch. It is here. I have it. So I'm gonna try to be as quick as possible with this. This is really an unboxing, kind of my first impressions, a little conversation about what it was like to buy this watch from the AP boutique in Boston. And it was fantastic. I mean, we filmed a lot. My wife is here right now. She's eating something. Matzo? Matza? Mm-hmm. And we went there. We live in the greater Boston area, so we went there. That's our closest AP boutique. And it was a fantastic experience. We filmed a lot of footage of us in the boutique and in the area and, having a great day. But listen, I have stuff to do. I cannot edit that footage. It would take me forever. It's so much easier for me to just have this straightforward conversation with you guys. The fancy editing has never really been what this channel is ever going to be about because it takes so long. And there are people out there who do that so well. So you don't really need that from me. Just trust that it was a great experience. We took pictures. We got to see, obviously we bought this watch, but we got to see a 15500 on the sales guy who was there, and it compared really well to this. Obviously, it's bigger, and for me, it had a gap kind of right here, so it was a bigger dial. It just didn't sit well lower to the wrists, but we did like that size also, and as two women, we both felt like we could wear that size as well. We know they have 39 millimeter, and also chronograph comes in at 38. So I really think if you have a smaller wrist, or are a woman, or are a guy with a slender wrist, you definitely could wear the 37 millimeter AP Royal Oak. You could also wear any of those other sizes I just mentioned, definitely the 38 chronograph, Royal Oak chronograph. You might also be able to wear the 41 millimeter, that's the 15500. It really just depends on how your wrist is. And I have a very round, full wrist right here, so I can pull it off. But this also just looks classic and kind of classy at this size. So I am getting used to it. What else to say? The boutique experience is very special. People have said if you have a chance to buy a watch from the brand itself at a boutique, you absolutely should. Let's bring this beautiful box back into the frame because this box is outstanding. Look at it. I mean, this box, I don't know why the box is actually so captivating to me, but it's just such high quality. It just beats the heck out of Rolex boxes. Look at this leather pillow, guys. Leather pillow. So not only do you get leather pillows from the brand, when you buy a watch at the boutique, you get the world-class, first-class, red carpet, espresso. What did you have? Espresso?
I had an espresso.
You had an espresso. They offer you the nice stuff. We get a nice conversation. Everyone in the boutique is like your, they're celebrating you. They're saying hi. They're sitting down with you. They're talking. It's a nice, cozy atmosphere. They tell you, welcome to the AP family. Welcome to the AP family. And you really, it sounds crazy to say this, but I really do feel like it does feel like you're being invited into a family. I mean, you know, I don't know why that is, but didn't it? I mean, it feels special. It feels unique. And the way everybody comes and sits with you and chats with you. Our salesperson was world class, hands down, one of the coolest, most knowledgeable dudes that I've come across. And I've met a lot of cool people in different, you know, contexts in the watch industry. And it just runs deep. The knowledge, the love, the warmth, you know. I have a really good time when we buy Rolexes because we have a good relationship with two ADs, but it's just different. It's hard to explain. I wish I could explain those finer lines of what makes it different, but it feels more intimate. Even though it feels there's a closeness with Rolex, with AP in a boutique, it just feels that extra level of specialness. Let's say in Rolex, you're on level 15 of this is a good feeling, this is a special feeling. I would say on AP, the experience of buying this is like level 30. You know, they're both good, but there was something a little bit better about it. And the other thing we found out is AP is really marketing hardcore, and not just marketing, but is really interested in women collectors. They have such a nice range. They have the same damn watch, guys, but just in a whole bunch of different sizes. You can get diamonds. Yes, you can get it blinged out and stuff, but they actually just have the same Royal Oak at a 37, at a 34. You know, you don't have a Submariner at a 41 and then at a 39 and then at a 36. You don't have that. My wife's making a face. You don't want a 36 millimeter Submariner, but she likes big watches. Anyway, what I'm saying is that I feel like Royal AP is interested in women collectors, and we felt that love. We felt taken seriously all through the process, even when we were just chatting with them, because you know I like to talk. I've been chatting with folks for a little bit, and I just felt the whole way through they were interested in us. Who are you? What do you do? What's your collection like? Why do you like this? Why do you like that? They really are taking women collectors seriously, and they have a lot of options. That's what I'm trying to say. Whether you're unisex, this is a unisex size, the 37 millimeter. Apparently, it's not marketed to women, but you can wear it. Men with slender wrists can wear it, or just average size wrist, or if you prefer slightly smaller case. It fits well. It fits kind of like, I think it fits me like a Datejust 36, but probably a little bit bigger because of the shape of the case and because the lugs don't really, well, not the lugs, the bracelet doesn't really start to curve, for a while. So it does have more presence than maybe a Datejust 36, or a Rolex Explorer 36, the previous ones. Or even your 39, your OP 39, I feel like it's in that camp. It's definitely in that camp of watches. The OP 39 is another comparison point. So the boutique experience was fantastic. I mean, we spent a lot of money, but it did not hurt in the way that I thought. It really was a good hurt. It was a good, like, ooh, this is significant. But the reward, it just felt so fantastic. That's all I can say. It's just it's been special.
You went in and everyone said hello. Everyone was happy.
We literally came to the door and they were all cheering. Like they were in the foyer. Like, hey.
Of course they're happy. They already had our money, but they were happy.
Yeah.
And they were like, have a seat. And
I know. They were waiting for us to arrive.
What would you like to drink? And
it's not like this is a non-populated place. This is a new boutique in Boston. It's not like they had no other customers. They have a constant flow of people, but they knew we were coming in that day because my wife took the day off to go with me to get it. We'd already paid for it, wire transfer a few days earlier. So it was all set. I was nervous still because it is still the most expensive watch that we have bought to this date. But it was just from the get-go. They were in the foyer. They were there clapping in the little lobby. And we sat down, we, you know, chilled, we discussed watches, we talked for quite a while, you know, at least an hour, maybe more, of just hanging out. And, you know, it was fantastic. So I got this hat, you know, I wear hats all the time, like little dress hats, all kinds of hats, baseball hats. So they gave me a hat because I had a hat on each time I've gone there. And it has the AP embroidery here. It's very stealth, very cool black hat. I will definitely wear it. I've already worn it. It looks good on me. Got the nice buckle right here. So I love free stuff. Love this, you know, because I'm really cheap. Other than buying watches, I'm like totally cheap. I don't want to spend money on anything else. So yeah, the hat was a nice little extra. The boutique experience was fantastic. Let me see, what else do we have on my little list here? I wanted to give thanks to some of the folks that kind of put this on the radar for me. I mean, I have liked the Royal Oak, but I've kind of suppressed my desires for Royal Oak because it felt so impossible. You know, when you talk about these brands, Rolex is hard enough to get what you would like in the brand. And then you're talking about Patek, you're talking about AP. I even said on one of my early videos, I don't want a high-end watch. I don't crave that. Well, I did say if you gave me one, I would take it. But the Royal Oak, I have appreciated from afar. Never had even seen any in person until I went to the boutique and got to see this and what other people were wearing in the store. That helped me really sort of cement the connection that I had for it, or the desire that I had for it. What I wanted to say was thank you to Rida from Watch Society, that channel. If you haven't subscribed to Watch Society, he is a guy who lives in Dubai. He is a big AP guy. He was previously a big Rolex guy. I think he loves both brands. Well, I like Rolex. And he put this on the radar for me by making some beautiful videos of him getting this for his wife and getting a 15500 for himself. He was on the list for this, I think even for himself, and then he got the call for the 15500. Anyway, through my conversations with him, because I started connecting with him about this watch, I realized it was probably more attainable than I thought. So that was kind of the first light bulb that went off with AP, was that the 15450, this watch, you can actually get on a list for. You can get this watch eventually, depending on what market you live in or whatever. It is possible, whereas the 15500, it might be more of a long shot depending on, you know, who you are, etc., or just whatever the circumstances are. So he put that on the radar for me. Thank you, Rida. Love that guy's channel. Please check it out. He has great content, fancy edits. I got no fancy edits here. Your girl doesn't have time for this, but there are people like him who make amazing content and have all the production values. I also want to thank Dr. Al Coombs, who just did a video with Watchbox not too long ago. He did an interview on his collection and watch collecting. I connected with him as well recently, and he is a gracious, amazing person, fantastic. One of the co-founders of the official CP Time club for collectors, and you know, great guy. And he also has shared the wisdom and the love and the connectivity, you know, for the brand, for AP, but just beyond that, you know. And so I wanted to thank those guys because the love has been there, the inspiration. You know, we don't even know each other because of COVID. I don't know if I'll ever meet these guys in person or how that will happen. But someday, you know, when the watch community starts circulating again and people are connecting, not just online and through text or, you know, even voice chat and stuff, but actually in person, it will be great. We'll already have formed friendships and connections and supporting each other. So this journey to AP happens, you know, faster than I thought, but it was full of goodwill, and I don't take that for granted. That's what I'm trying to say. So thank you to those guys. And what else is there to say? Let's see. I got my little list here. I'm not going to get into the root beer. I had a list of watches that might be next. I did not expect them to come. I didn't expect the opportunity to get those watches to happen anytime soon. As I mentioned in one of my videos, I got a promotion. I wanted to celebrate with a special watch, and it was between AP and 4 Rolexes basically. And, you know, make a long story short, I love my Rolex Sky, but it just seemed like the Daytona, even though he said to me, Penny, I will sell you a stainless steel Daytona if I have one. I don't have it. You know, I believe him in that. So, you know, if once the Daytona was off the table, or it may still happen, it just is probably not happening anytime soon. I don't know what that time frame is going to be. I really started to zone in on the AP. And then I did tell him a root beer was another thought I had, or just another watch that I like. I did also get the call for the root beer, but your girl held strong. I'm staying with the AP, the Royal Oak. It adds so much to my collection. The root beer may happen. It just isn't going to happen anytime soon. We are strapped now in terms of watches. This is my third watch in 3 months, and very unexpected this one was. The other two I pretty much knew I was going to buy, but this one is a lot more expensive. And we're taking a breather. I mean, we want to save and have money for watches that are earmarked for watches, and not pull from our savings or pull from here, you know, and reroute money to do that watch thing, because it will be stressful if we do that. And I have to pay our savings back. So that is that. We are also having to get home renovations done as, you know, just because we need to do other things and we've got other goals. This is all a way of saying, guys, I'm not going to be saying I bought another watch anytime soon. My wife is right here. So I want to just segue to that. People have been asking in the comments, how does your wife feel? How does your wife feel about you buying all these watches? They make fun of me for buying 3 watches in 3 months. I can't help it, guys. It just happened. But you're right here. You're not under duress. I have both of my hands right here. There's no gun pointed toward her. She can say whatever is on her mind about the watches. Babe, how do you feel?
The watches are beautiful. They're beautiful pieces and add value to our collection. Not only monetary, but also emotional value.
Yeah.
I respect what you're doing. I respect the work that you've put into connecting with all of these people. And, you know, especially when people say things are hard to get and you have the option to get it, as long as it's not putting us at a loss, yeah, get it. I know that I'm a person that I wait.
Right,
like,
right.
I am waiting for a piece.
Yes, and you don't jump.
And I'm not one that's like, oh, but I'll do that. No, I'm not even talking to any of the 80s. I'm just sitting back, and I spoke to one. I told him what I wanted, and I'm waiting.
And you're
for
waiting
him to show
right,
up.
Right. Yeah, she's waiting for the Snoopy, guys. We're hoping that does happen. Not tomorrow, please, not tomorrow. But we're hoping that happens soon in this quarter. Next quarter.
I'm willing to wait, and I know that people are like, but I know you like to talk about how it's our collections and balancing them out. I've never followed that whole balancing out the collections line that you had.
Well,
but I have respected you have not bought pieces that have done us wrong, and I have respected the pieces that you have purchased, and
yeah.
And so I love each one of those pieces, and I will wear them. I will wear the AP.
This looks really good on her. Yeah,
I will wear the AP, even though I think it's tiny.
It's not tiny.
It's not tiny. I just like bigger watches.
Oh yeah, let me see here. Cover up that, but yeah. So
and
you can see the rotor.
APs, like the APs that we saw at the boutique, they all had an open back, and I love a display back. That pulls
this is
me
a nice
every
one.
time.
But without the without the fancy camera work, you can't see it that well right here. Yeah. But it has a beautiful rotor. Look at someone else's video. They'll show you what the rotor looks like. And it has, a nice movement that you can see there.
It's a beautiful movement. The rotor is gorgeous.
Beautiful dial.
I love that your rotor has the family crests, both family, the Audemars and the Piguet crests on the rotor. I think that is, and I love the way the light just
plays with the whole thing.
Like if we had great lighting, if it was sunny outside, like just to take a video of it, just the way the light just plays on it, it kind of blings as if there are diamonds on that dial.
Yeah.
So yeah, I haven't you haven't decided to buy something that I thought was ugly, so I'm perfectly fine with that.
Yeah, and then we used to say, or I used to say that we would take turns. Yeah. I used to say, hey, I'll go and then you go, and we try to keep that up for a little tiny bit.
No, we didn't.
But really, truth be told, I have bought watches way out of order. That doesn't apply anymore. Yeah, it doesn't. But I am on a timeout. I am on a timeout from buying watches.
Something that the person at AP said is that, you know, this is a marathon. It's not a sprint.
Yes, guys. He reminded me of that. When your salesperson is telling you that, he's like talking and chatting it up and giving you advice about building a collection and says to you, it's a marathon, not a sprint. He's not just trying to get your money and say, hey, buy this, buy that. Buy the code 11. What is it called? 1159.
Oh, my goodness.
She likes the code 1159. It actually looked really cool in person. And in fact, gorgeous. We have a picture somewhere. I don't have my phone, but we took a picture of his code 1159. And the sides, the case is what kind of captivated me. What was going on with the lugs and the spacing and everything. It was pretty interesting. I thought it was a little bit too big. So size is kind of a thing with AP. Either it's too big or it's too small, but you do have a lot of size options. And I think, again, we don't have watches that are 37 millimeters, but really it does not fit like a 37 millimeter. It fits a lot bigger.
The code 1159 is not too big.
It was huge.
Just stop it. Stop it with your, oh, it's too big. No, it's not.
Anyway, size is subjective. We're size queens to an extent because we tend to like bigger watches, but... You know, come on, this is actually a good size. And I would wear this as a dress watch, hands down, not only because it's our fanciest watch, but because of the size. It fits so well. When I had on a shirt, I had on an actual dress shirt, it just looked fantastic. With short sleeves, you know, I don't know. It looks even better like silhouetted against your cuff, and then with a jacket or something. It was fantastic. So
but even like, so the one that the other sales guy that was sitting and talking with us, his was a 41 millimeter?
41, yeah, the 41 15.
I saw that piece and I could match that piece up to any number of my dresses, and it would have just been like brilliant and beautiful, and I'd be like, yep, this is my piece, this is what I'm going. And the way that when that light hits, you think that there are diamonds on that sucker, and there are no diamonds on it. You're like, people want to come to you if they don't know what the watch is, they don't know that it's a watch, and like, oh my god, your bracelet is so pretty, and I'm like, no, it's not a bracelet, it's a watch. But yes, thank you.
Oh, because they might just see this part. They might just
see it bling and think that you have a tennis bracelet on that's huge.
It's a whole nother level. I saw the root beer today after having bought the AP, and I thought my heartstrings were going to pull me more toward Rolex because your girl loves Rolex. However, guys, after having the AP and going to see the root beer, I could acknowledge that I like the root beer. I still would like to have it someday, but this is a better watch. This is a better crafted piece of art on your wrist. Rolex is fantastic for what it is, but I now have a little light switch that clicked that says, oh, this is why people tend to go, you know, sometimes people go up and they look at other options for higher horology, if not high horology. And I get it. I finally started to get it by holding this, and even for 2 days, just having this and then going to look at the Rolex that I've been also lusting after. It was just not the same. I'm not saying that I don't still have love for the rest of my collection. I still have tremendous love for it. And here it is. We still have our pieces because we're doing some stuff with insurance. Here, let me put this right here. We had to upgrade our insurance, guys. I think we needed a bigger boat. What do you think? Here, let's see. I'm decorating. Put the hat there, and my collection has changed. I'll get into that in another video. Maybe in the morning I'll make a quick little video about the collection and what has sold. You can tell that I sold some pieces. Not so much to buy the AP, just because I felt like the collection looks really good like this. And then here we go. You can see that I don't have the Black Bay or the IWC. I mean, the Black Bay 58 or the IWC, but it just felt like a tighter, more coherent collection that still has a lot of options here. So yeah, this is it. I have one more watch on the way. One more watch. You're not even laughing. It's a G-Shock. So it was $80 just because when I'm wearing the AP, I like to rotate my watches for a long time. And I don't want to wear the AP when I'm wrestling with the dogs. I do have other watches I could throw on, but I thought the AP kind of needs a G-Shock like Wingman or something. Something to wear when I know I'm going to get dirty and I don't want to get gashes all on this. I'm probably going to still scratch it up and bang it into things, but I just want to be a little bit better with it than I am with my Rolexes and my Speedy. These guys get jacked up easily. So that's the collection, folks. I bought an AP. We're pretty happy about it, but I'm also in a timeout from buying watches. I just want to share the little bit of wisdom that I've learned on this journey. I would like to thank all the people that made this possible. No, I'm like doing my Oscar speech. But you're playing the music?
I'm playing music.
No, I just want to add that I have learned 3 important things about watch collecting. Maybe I should make a video about the 3 important things. What do you think? Okay, guys, stay tuned. I'm not going to even tell you now because this video is getting long. Here's the collection. I bought a Royal Oak. My wife approves. You heard it from her right there. But also, we ain't buying any more watches right now. Thank you and take care.